I'm gonna have to send so many of these. Sorry, guys. Anyways, the aim of Sheriff in 1935, the aim was to demonstrate that people conform to group norms when they're put in an unclear situation. So, the procedure. This was an experiment with a repeated measures design. It used a visual illusion called the autokinetic effect, where a spot of light viewed in a dark room appears to move. Participants were falsely told that the experimenter would move the light, in which they had to estimate how far it had moved. In the first phase, individual participants had repeated estimates. They were then put into groups of 3 people, where they each made their estimates with the others present. Finally, they were retested individually. So, the results of this experiment: when they were alone, participants developed their own stable estimates, which varied widely between participants. Once the participants were in a group, the estimates tended to converge and became more alike. When the participants were then retested on their own, their estimates were more like the group estimates than their original guesses. So we can conclude from this study that participants were influenced by the estimates of other people, and a group norm was developed. Estimates converge because participants used information from others to help them. They were affected by informational social influence. So we got the next one, cultural dimensions. This is under the subcategory cultural origins of behavior and cognition. Again, our key term for this is culture. And again, we've got Bartlett et al. This is the War of Ghosts one. Bartlett et al., 1932. Remember that. So the next one we got is social cognitive learning theory. The individual and the group. The individual and the group is the subcategory, sorry. So for this, we've got observational learning. Observational learning is learning that occurs through observing the behavior of others. So monkey see, monkey do. For this, we've got Bandura. We all know Bandura. This is the one with the Bobo doll. This is in 1961. The aim of this study was to investigate the social learning theory by finding out if children will imitate aggressive behavior when given the opportunity, even if they saw these behaviors in a different environment and the original model is no longer present. So the procedure, they were each taken into an experimental room in the main nursery building, and they had to sit in the corner and draw a picture. Then the model behavior, the person would go to the opposite side of the room containing a small table, chair, Tinker toy set, mallet, and Bobo doll. Children were taken to another room that contained attractive toys, and the subject was allowed to play with the toys for 2 minutes. Then the experimenter would come and say she had decided to reserve the toys for other children and then take the child to a different room. The room contained a variety of toys, which were either non-aggressive or aggressive. The child was then allowed to play for 20 minutes. The observer and the other observed children did not know which condition the children had been through. And then they recorded their behavior every 5 seconds using a behavioral checklist. So the results of this experiment, that children who saw aggressive models reproduce more aggressive acts, physical and verbal, than other children. The subdued model did not affect the children's behavior. The boys were more likely to imitate male models, more than girls for physical and verbal imitative aggression than non-imitative. And girls were more likely to imitate male physical aggression, but still imitated female verbal aggression. And it would make subjects more aggressive even when there was no model. I'm running out of time. Okay. I'm just going to stop it and do the evaluation on the next one.